Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This video is a part 2 of a two-part video series called Elevate Your Fitness Game, where in the first one I talked about shocking your body with new things all the time, essentially adding novelty into your workouts. In this video, I'm going to talk about progressive overload, how that's used in various types of exercises, and I'm going to use my bench press progression starting from June to August and show you exactly how I used that to get to a particular goal, which was 100 kg on the bench press for 10 reps. As usual, I'll appreciate it if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so you get notified of my new videos in the future. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first, what is progressive overload? Very simply, it's a method of progressively over time increasing either weights or capacity or intensity of a particular exercise in order to see gains, whether that be cardiovascular gains, endurance gains, strength gains, etc., etc. So with that said, progressive overload is not something that is just specific to strength training or using weights. It's very important to mention that. I have used progressive overload to do various things like cycling, running, where, for example, I've improved my 5K run times over a period of about 4 months or so, from about 28 minutes to 23 minutes. And essentially, it's just trying to hit new targets progressively every week. So for my case with running, I started at 28 and I was trying to shave off 30 seconds to a minute every 2 weeks. And I just kept trying to do that until eventually I got to about 23 minutes and a few seconds. The next target is to try and get to 20 minutes. And again, I have to just get back into a cycle of maybe about 6 to 8 weeks or so of trying to do that. In this video, I'll walk you through my bench progression, where I've been able to bench 100 kg for a while, but I think the maximum I've done previously is about 4 reps. But in June, I'll show you where you can see in the video, I could do 2 reps at the beginning, safely anyway, because I didn't have a spotter training at home, so I never push myself, although I can fail safely, because I've practiced that many times and I have had to fail safely while training by myself, which is very important. But if I feel like that next rep isn't in there, then I won't go for it. So in the video, you'll see that I did 2 reps. Some might think I had 3 in there. Maybe I did, but I didn't push it. I did actually rack the bar, and then I did a 3rd rep anyway. But in terms of consecutive reps, I started at 2 reps. And you'll see over the next few weeks, I then progressed steadily. I managed 4 in one of the video recordings. I didn't get to film everything. I managed 7 in another one. And then in the final video, you'll see I managed 10, even though I was going for 8. I had a spotter, my boy ST. And whenever I have a spotter, I kind of push myself a little bit more because I know that there's someone there to help me out if I need it. So today we're gonna get a chest workout in. I'm at my boy's gym at home, Scott Taylor, ST. You're gonna see a lot of him on the channel. He's my partner in crime. So we're gonna get some chest workout in today. Today I'm aiming to get 8 reps on the bench at 100 kg. I've been working up over the last few weeks, building my strength back up from 2 reps, 100 kg, and the target is 10 reps, 100 kg. And then we'll do some dumbbell work, some dips, etc., etc. All right, let's get into it. Nowadays, I always start a chest workout with this exercise, with the resistance bands pulling out and then also turning around and pulling the other way. It's basically just to warm my shoulders up, try and get them sort of primed for the lifting. I have injured my rotator cuff in the past from benching as well. So this is just trying to make sure that I don't repeat the same mistakes that I've made in the past. So I do quite a few of these, probably about 15, 20 on each side, and then swap out to the other side and do the same. And I do about 3 reps of these. So I do actually get quite a pump in my shoulders. They do feel quite worked out and warm by the time I start benching. Right, so pretty warmed up now. We're gonna get into warming up with the bar. I like to warm up with the bar just to get my positioning where it needs to be, get used to my form and just the process basically. I also like to try and push as fast and as quickly as possible with the bar, just to get my mind and my whole body prepped for pushing the bar as quickly as possible. Even when there are no weights on it, I try and be as explosive as possible. Just try and get warmed up with the bar, with the chest, do maybe 20, 25 reps or so, and then start putting some weight on. And my boy ST will do the same as well in his own way, just, you know, sort of get used to that positioning, pushing the bar off. You see we're sort of very similar, trying to be explosive with the bar and just try and keep that same mindset of being explosive when the weights are on as well. Right, before we get into the session, just wanted to show my first lift on the 16th of June where I did 2 reps. Now you can see here, I might have had a third in there, but yeah, the second one was a bit of a struggle. So I took 2 and I thought, okay, that's the starting point. Let's see how we get on. Now we've got a bit of weight on the bar. This is 2 20s on each side, so 60 kg. Just notice in my reps and ST's reps as well that we try and keep that explosiveness throughout. I think we do about 10 or 11 reps, but we're trying to be as explosive as possible. Yes, as the weight gets heavier, then it doesn't look as explosive, but it is. Because essentially by being as explosive as possible when the weights are lighter, your body, your mind, everything is prepped to push as hard as possible with the weights, with the heavier weights. So that's definitely one tip that I would say people should try and incorporate into their bench. Another tip that I definitely would give is you need to try and be very purposeful about your positioning on the bench, where you're putting your hands, how you're positioning everything, your back, your legs, and try and repeat that every single time you approach the bar. I say this with experience of actually benching with other friends and clients as well, where every time they get to the bar, it looks a little bit different. Their hands are slightly off by maybe a centimeter, an inch here or there. And it just affects quite a lot of things. If the bar is maybe an inch or 2 to the left, then you're going to have more strain on the left side of your body, left side of your back, the left side of your hip, left side of your legs, etc., etc. So you'll notice with both of us, we're very purposeful about how we approach the bar. Right, so let's break out the session and watch a couple of lifts and explain something about progressive overload. So My plan, or since I started on the 16th of June, was basically to do one extra rep every week. Obviously, I'm not just benching, I'm doing a lot of accessory strength training exercise, but basically every week I wanted to do an extra rep. So 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. until I got to 10. Now in this video, I do 5 reps, and this video was taken on the 4th of July, which is about 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks after the video where I did 2. So I was like, cool, really happy with that. Now, this second video was taken another 2 weeks after, where I was expecting to be somewhere around 7 reps, and I ended up doing 4 reps. Now, there could be many factors that contributed to this. I think I was a bit tired on that day. I felt quite weak. I probably was lacking a bit of sleep, probably due to my son keeping me up, I'm sure. But there are other factors that came into play that affected my strength on this particular day. As you can see, I was fairly disappointed because I was aiming for about 6 or 7, and I was not happy. But I moved on, and the next week I hit 7. So the point here is that you can have off days. When you're going through a progressive overload regime, there are some days that other factors will kick in and maybe stall your progress. But if you're still putting in that work, you know, you're sleeping right, you're eating right, you're putting in that work in terms of exercise, you're doing all the accessory things as well as making sure that you're recovering properly, then inevitably you will progress. So as they say, trust the process. Don't be too disappointed. Yes, I wanted to hit 7, I hit 4, but literally a week later I hit the 7. And then this training session you're watching now, I was aiming for 8 and I hit 10. So there you go. Quick note as well that we reduced the reps as the weight went up from about 70, 80, 90. We went 5 reps and then 3 reps. And now this is 100 kg, which is what we're here for, trying to get 10 reps.
That's 10, bro. Was that 10?
That's 100% 10.
Woo!
When I say, I went to touch it, I did this. I was like that, and it started moving.
I was going from 7 to 8.
That's a naughty number.
Woo!
Bro, rude boy.
Bro, I was doing 2. I was doing 2 about 7 weeks ago. Oh.
As you can tell, I was fairly happy with that lift. I was surprised as well. Now my boy ST is going for the same. As always, we're pushing each other, and of course, he smashed that number as well. Just to finish off really, as we close out this bench workout and talking about progressive overload, the point really to take home is that you can achieve your goals, whatever they are, however mighty they might be, as long as you give yourself a long enough time frame and you put the work in. Whether you can figure out the strategy to do it yourself or you seek assistance from someone else is totally up to you, but it is completely possible. And as long as you try and recover properly, eat right, sleep right, and put in that hard work in the gym, then you'll definitely hit your goals. I hope you guys got a good understanding now of progressive overload and how you can apply that to different parts of your fitness and your exercises and your general training. It's a fantastic way to see progress in the different things that you're doing. So make sure you're training safe and always have a plan and have a goal, and try and give yourself a time frame within which you want to achieve that goal as well. As usual, everyone, living your fittest life. It's a lifestyle. Stay blessed. Peace.